So my mum is frying up some meat for a casserole tonight. It's making me really want bacon and eggs. Yeah, so speaking of bacon, I always feel like a bit of a shit person whenever I eat it. I don't really like to eat pork. Well, I don't really like to eat meat in general. I'm not a vegetarian, but I still feel really weird whenever I have meat. I don't know, it feels really weird that I'm eating something that not long ago was walking around and eating and breathing and living. Just kind of creeps me out. But I must say that pork in particular really creeps me out. Okay, so a friend of mine told me a story once. Either his great-grandfather or his great-great-grandfather was in the First World War in the trenches. And anyway, they were all really hungry and stuff like that, because obviously food was kind of scarce. And then suddenly there was this delicious smell of a Sunday roast just wafting over. And, you know, he's like, oh, beauty. So he turns to his mate, who's sleeping next to him, and he goes, oh, wow, so, you know, they're finally bringing us food, you know, we're having roast pork. And his mate turns to him and says, what are you talking about? They're burning all the bodies. Oh, so disgusting. Because apparently cooked human flesh tastes and smells an awful lot like pork. And last year I learned that apparently pigs, like a fully grown pig, has the average intelligence of a 3-year-old child. And then if you take into account how they're slaughtered, that would be terrifying for the poor thing. So yeah, I feel pretty bad if I start eating pork. So I live in a place called Adelaide, and I was in the casino 2 nights ago. On the upper floor they have a bit of a clubby atmosphere going on, like there's a DJ and a dance floor, as well as places where you can play blackjack and roulette and pokey machines and whatever else. And I was there with my friend Matilda. I just have to say, I've never been so freaked out by random dudes in my life. There were freaky grinding Indians. Not that I actually have anything against Indians, but you know, when they're trying to pick you up and they're at least 10 years older than you, it's a bit creepy. There were all these creepy 40-year-old Asians and stuff like that. It was just really terrible. And I was dressed in a nice red dress. Went down to about my knees, strapless, came up to there. And, you know, she was wearing long sleeves, a skirt, and stockings. And we got hit on so much. It was like we were pieces of meat. Moral of the story, I'm never going to that fucking casino again.
Every day I'm shuffling.